welcome to our 2023 holiday concert, the first of two. If you really enjoy this, you can come back tomorrow. We'll be doing the same thing. If you really like it. And a nice crowd. We did this many years ago in order to provide, because a lot of people really like coming to the holiday concerts. We wish more people would come to regular concerts, but that's okay. Holiday concerts are a big hit, always. So, in the first tune, obviously, the fanfare for Christmas, there were 10 or 12 different little snippets of tunes that were all like tied together. Great little, wonderful piece, a little medley with just little bits and snippets of everything. You probably noticed a hallelujah chorus stuck in there a little bit. The next piece is also a bit of a medley, but it's more of a medley of British tunes. Gustav Holst wrote several very famous works for the concert band and a British composer. And this work called Christmas Day uses several traditional British tunes, and it's all tied together. And you'll keep hearing the Wassail Song and What Child Is This throughout, but there's several other tunes in it as well. So here is Christmas Day by Gustav Holst. And I had mentioned before, for those of you who came to our fall concert, I'm retired after 41 years of teaching. And what am I doing? I'm going to band concerts. So, believe it or not, there are other concert bands in Charlotte other than just us. A group that I used to conduct, the Charlotte Concert Band, had a concert on Saturday. I went to see what the competition was up to. They do their performances. We used to do performances when I was with the group. We were based at Queens, it's now Queens University. But they got kicked out of the Queens University because we were actually doing it. We were provided with a stage. We got to rehearse on stage, so, but I guess we were getting too expensive. I don't know. Or they needed the space. So they did the concert at Christ Lutheran Church, which is a great, really nice hall, and they're about twice the size as we are. But again, they did a wonderful job. I'm a little biased. I could do a little bit better, but that's okay. And the other group that I heard, again, a week ago, was the Charlotte Pride Band. And they did a great concert, Christmas medleys. And again, they had a really wonderful vocal soloist with them. And we actually have a member of the Pride Band who plays in the tuba section. My first question to him after seeing him at that concert was, how do I get in touch with this young woman? She was phenomenal. So hopefully, maybe next year we might have a vocal soloist. So the upside of all that, when you put together, and of course I'm being really picky, when you put together a Christmas concert like this, again we're doing a lot of medleys. So when I pick the music, I have to make sure that we're not playing a tune twice. We will be doing that once with the Christmas sing-along. So the Christmas sing-along will be all songs that you know, and so you will have heard some of them before. But I go through and I try to pick music that doesn't have something repeated. And that could be a little bit of a challenge sometimes. So anyway, so I hope you're enjoying this, and you'd much rather listen to the band than me. So we just did two Christmas medleys from England. Of course, England's sort of I would kind of call it when you think of Christmas, you think of England and not Scrooge. The happy people in England, the good people in England. But the next work is called the Wexford Carol. A very, very beautiful work that, again, is really not that well known, but in a great little arrangement by Anne McGinty. Let me introduce somebody who's, for those of you who've been to our concerts in the past, there's a couple of different medleys that are sing-alongs. You should have the words in your program, just in case you've forgotten how to deck the halls. But we have somebody who's going to be helping us out this year. Normally we just leave you to your own devices, and I have to stop and turn around and show you when you come in. So let me introduce Steve Withrow. He's the lesser half of our lead clarinet player. And he's a choir director. And he's got a great voice. So he's going to help you so you know exactly when to come in.
Are you ready?
Yeah. And he has a special story that he wants to share with you before we play.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I didn't know I had this story to share with you. I can share it with him.
No, yes, this is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Keep it short.
Keep it short, stupid. Okay. My wife is a teacher in CMS, and I'm a substitute teacher in CMS. And several years ago, I was leading a class at Midhill Middle. And I had found a kid whose last name was Gruber. And I said to this middle schooler, I said, any relation to the famous Christmas Carol? And he looked at me, his jaw dropped, and he went, yeah? And I said, and what is your relationship to this carol? And he says, well, my great-grandfather wrote it. And I said, just so that I wasn't being played. And I said, and what is the name of that carol? And he looked at me again, just put off like the Silent Night. And so I met, the great-grandson of Franz Gruber at Midhill Middle School. How cool is that?
actually, so now we get the money speech, except the money speech will be given to us by someone different tonight. Ann Ward, who's the president, who decided she wanted to turn that over to someone different. So I'm going to ask Dan Rasmus to come up, one of our trombone players. And what a better instrument than to have a trombonist come up and ask you for money.
Thank you. Good evening, everybody. Enjoying yourself so far? Is this a great time of the year or what? Well, as Don mentioned, my name's Dan Rasmus, and I had to go back and look, but I think this is actually my 13th season. But Don mentioned this too. I'd like to re-welcome you to our dress rehearsal, because a couple years ago we were, just playing on Tuesday evenings, and we had so many people. There were people out in the foyer, so we said, well, why don't we just invite our friends and family for Monday? So welcome to our friends and family holiday concert. On behalf of all the band, our wonderful director, and our board of directors, we want to wish all of you a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and we really appreciate you all being here this evening. We enjoy playing for you more than you enjoy listening to it. So thank you so much for being here. We really do. We have a blast. We got a couple of thank yous we'd like to do. We'd like to thank the Matthews Parks and Recreation Department for allowing us rehearsal space, and then this wonderful rehearsal space as well. Before I go any further, are there any people that's this their first concert? Anybody? Oh wow, quite a few. Thank you. Thank you so much. And as I mentioned, if you really enjoyed it, you can go back tomorrow. We'll play the same thing. You can sing again. And by the way, Don said I'm in the trombone section, but I can actually hear people singing, so thank you. You guys did a great job. It really, brings out the Christmas spirit, so we really appreciate that. We are all volunteers. The Matthews Concert Band is a 501c3 organization, so a nonprofit. But we do have expenses. We have music that we get tired of playing the same old thing too. So Don likes to find some new things, challenging things for us to play. We guest performers. Hopefully we'll get Mahari next year. That would be amazing. We have a director honorarium. We like to give Don a little bit of something for putting up with all of us all year for the season. We have a specific need right now for some new timpani, basically. Our director he's not only a great musician, kind of just a jack of all trades. I think our timpani, to be honest, the timpani are probably older than I am. And I think all of our percussionists, their Christmas wish is for us to raise enough money so we can buy some new equipment, some new percussion equipment for them back there. So just think about that, on your way out. We have an instrument case in the back. So, anything you can help us out with, we would really, really appreciate it. We do have some special, if you look at your program, we've got some sponsorship levels, and we'd like to really give a huge shout out to everyone that goes above and beyond in helping our band out, with all of our expenses and things. But if you notice on the, it says, thanks, and the different levels, one thing that's missing on there, we don't have any businesses. So if you have a small business or someone that does that would like to, contribute, get a little bit of advertising in the band, in the program, we would appreciate that. There should be some envelopes in the baritone case back there, and then in little bitty print, you can see there's an email there for Ann, our illustrious president, and there's also email that you can get to us. And again, we're a 501c3, so if you'd like to, you can send a check, and we would send you a receipt for your for your most gracious donation. I think that's all I have at this point, but our next concert, besides tomorrow, because we do have our, another holiday concert, we do have another a concert on March the 7th. So be sure to mark your calendars. I almost don't want to say this, but get your phones out and put it in your calendar right now so you don't miss it. But again, on behalf of the band, we really appreciate y'all being here. And again, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever you choose to celebrate, Happy New Year. And we really appreciate, again, you all being here today. And we'll turn it back over to Don.
Normally in years past, I would usually put the sing-along down toward the end of the program and put it in the middle as sort of to break the program into two halves. So all of the music that we did prior to the sing-along was sacred music that we're all familiar with. So from here on out is going to be Christmas pops music. We're going to hear from our wonderful first saxophone player, who's going to dazzle us with some tunes. And so from here on, we're doing Frosty the Snowman type Christmas songs. So we hope you enjoy the second half of the concert. I love that tune. We should have ended with that, but we have something. We have some other stuff we have to do. The next, I think maybe sometimes like I said, we repeat some of these songs. I think maybe the last time we did this, we may have ended with that one. Now we're going to go back to the 50s. How many of you are a product of the 50s? Yeah. Well, 56. So I was only 4. I mean, by the end of the decade. So I grew up listening to this stuff later on. That's some memories. So this is a wonderful has a wonderful solo part that's going to be performed for us tonight by Derek and she. I live to serve. And again, like the other piece, it has again pop tunes, but pop tunes are came out in the 1950s. I'm sure you will enjoy this and enjoy his renditions of these wonderful carols. course, nothing is more nostalgic as a child of the 50s than Charlie Brown. And what staying power. I was looking on something online, and there's like an icon of Snoopy. I mean, just like, it's timeless. And of course, the humor was timeless. I mean, kids have been doing like dumb things forever. And being mean to each other. My next door neighbor was Lucy. Unfortunately, I was Charlie Brown. But unfortunately, she's not here. This is in Tennessee, so don't tell her. So here we go. So let's enjoy a Charlie Brown Christmas. Well, it's that time of the concert. This is the one piece that we play every year. And Lee Bory Anderson was an amazing composer and arranger. Was associated with Boston Pops for many, many, many years. I'm sure everybody here is familiar with the version with Arthur Fiedler doing that. There's also a really good YouTube video with John Williams and the Boston Pops doing this. And I'm sure every time John Williams conducted this, he's like, man, I wish I'd written this. Of course, I'm sure Leroy Anderson, if he were still alive, would be like, man, I wish I'd written Star Wars. My goal when my retirement is to write something similar and make $1 million. Right? So, okay, watch for the slapstick. Who knows what a slapstick is? There's a team. Let's have a little slapstick solo. Okay, anytime there's a slapstick, it's a solo. It's not like there's a slapstick section in the band. You wouldn't want that to begin with. And if you have small children or if you have grandkids, you can make one of them. Actually, I made one. The school that I was at before I retired, we didn't have a slapstick, and I went online and I said, "We can buy a slapstick," and it's like, "Who makes that?" So I made my own slapstick. It's not hard. 2 pieces of wood and a hinge, and it's there. And preferably handles, so you can whack it like that. Otherwise, you get your finger caught. I had a 6th grader. I had to do a 6th grader once, and I was like, "Okay, I'm going to put handles on this." So here we go, sleigh ride, and then we're going to get all nostalgic and wish each other a Happy New Year. get to singing this on a New Year's Eve party, you're probably too drunk to remember the words. If you knew them to begin with, you'll get to, should all the acquaintance be forgotten? So, as Mr. Witherow's back with us to, so you will hear the melody first. Okay, you'll hear the melody first in the band, so the whole melody, so don't start singing along until he does, until he gives you his. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.